outside, wrong school.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hi, Bob. Hey. How you doing? Nice interview. Yeah. We'll send you the tape.
Brent Mushburger and
Huh?
the guy off the street.
That's it. Game time.
Which one of you guys is Dick Vitale?
Oh, he's right here. Are we on? Can't you tell by the hair?
Okay.
Go. What? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good evening, Danvers High School hockey fans, and welcome to UMASS Boston on the Harbor for tonight's game between Danvers Falcons and who the hell are we playing? I only went to the game the other night. This is bad. Start again.
Crusaders. That's on the back of the jacket. Oh, that says cheerleaders. That's their nickname.
Amesbury? Yeah. All right. You ready? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Danvers High hockey fans, and welcome to UMass Boston on the Harbor for tonight's game between Amesbury and the Danvers High School Falcons. Tonight is a semifinal game. There's only 8 teams left in the District 2's finals for the state championship. Paul, what are we looking for here tonight for Amesbury?
Well, unfortunately, we have to share the microphone here, but we'll make do as best we can. Amesbury's a tough physical team. They play 3 lines. They have the number 2 scorer in Division 2, Tommy Puro. He's an excellent player. We've seen him during youth hockey. This is going to be a hard-hitting, fast-paced game. With us in our pregame today, we have Mike Fellows, we have Brian Sweeney, a couple of great Danvers rooters. Sweens, we're going to talk to you first. You're a goaltender in youth hockey, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
All right, well, what do you look for with the goalies here tonight?
I don't know. As long as they get up and stay down quick, I guess. Keep the stick on the ice, be fast, get on their reflexes.
All right, well, I like the decorations on your face. You're a great Danvers rooter. Mike, what do you look for in tonight's game? Speak right up to the camera.
I hope the Falcons win this game, and they go on to play at the Garden.
All right, well, that's it for our pregame. We'll be back with first period action in just a minute.
Rock and roll.
We're on.
We're on. We're playing. Good afternoon, Danvers High hockey fans, and welcome to UMass Boston Hockey on the Harbor. We don't know if you can hear it at home. There's a great crowd roar right now, Paul, but the announcements are coming. Starting off for Amesbury. Starting off in goal, number 20, Keith Short. Number 4, starting off in defense, the senior, John Walker. That number 18, the senior defenseman, Brian Walker. Number 10, Nathaniel Fee, the senior. And number 8, Derek Murphy, the senior. Number 17, Corey Orff, the sophomore. The starting lineups for Danvers High School. The starting goalie, number 30, Sandy Milbury. Number 29, B.J. Baldessari, the freshman. Rich Savatella, the senior. Sean McNeil, back from an injury, Paul.
That's a great hand for Sean McNeil. He's back after a tough knee injury.
Jeff Harrington, the right winger. And Bobby Karen, number 14, the center. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Hold your mic out.
Mike, this is going to be fun tonight.
Paul, this is as small as a Pingree rink. There's very little bleacher space here. The place is packed. Wall-to-wall people here. Quite a few people came down from Danvers. We are in South Boston.
Well, I understand we had 3 spectator buses come down, and as I look around the crowd, most of the regular parents are here. We've got a lot of other friends of Danvers hockey. This is going to be a great time.
Paul, one of the things we were saying, I don't know if everybody picked it up when we did the announcements for the starting lineup, Sean McNeil is back.
What a boost this will be to the Falcons having Sean McNeil back. Injured in the Gloucester game. He missed the 2 non-conference games the week after Gloucester. He missed the first round of the state tournament action the other night against Winthrop. It really wasn't confirmed until he stepped on the ice tonight that he was going to play. I know he skated a couple of days this week. I guess he's ready.
Amesbury over here is chanting away. It's come down to this. 8 teams left in the States for championship Division II. Murphy on the face-off, the senior against Bobby Karen.
Mike, you went to watch the Amesbury team play the other night in their opening round. You noted that that Amesbury played their second line first and came out with their first line against Marion's second line. That's an interesting move.
Fee with the shot. Puck comes out, picked up by Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil gets intercepted along the Amesbury blue line. Bobby Karen picks it up at center. Bobby jumps in, gets it over to Sean McNeil. Sean down the left side, gets a shot, score! 14:37 into the first period. Sean McNeil makes it 1-0.
What a way to come back, Mike. I have to tell you a little bit, quick little story here. Bobby Karen came up to the sporting goods store where I work part-time to get his skate shopping this afternoon. I did them for him, and I told him he was going to score, or that his line was going to score on their first shift. How about that?
Danvers' number 1 line is reunited after 3 games. They come out. I can't even figure out the math here. 30-something, less than 30 seconds into the game. Bobby Karen with the puck. He's intercepted. Puck down the right side. Bobby Karen into the corner. Puck is loose. Coleman dumps it deep. Bobby Karen sends it around. Intercepted by Danny Nickus. Sean McNeil tries to pick it up along the boards. Puck goes up along the right side.
The Falcons can't stand around. They have to move, Mike, and they have to play a physical game.
B.J. Baldessari sends it behind the net. Nickus has dropped out the puck by Savatella. Puck along the boards. Comes out. Sean McNeil. Puck is loose. Big shot. Sandy with the save. 21. Nickus with the shot. Puck goes around. Sean McNeil picks it up down the left side. Coach is
Mike,
calling
that
for
was a big
change-up.
save by Milbury. That was Puro's first shot of the game. He's going to throw the puck on net, and Sands made a great save.
Matty Munzing gets it up to McGonigal. McGonigal skating high down the right side, sends it out front. Oh, just tipped wide. Picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy around the left side. Skating hard. Gets it out over the blue line. Now Amesbury. Oh, he gets dumped. Number 2, Nick Teal. Puck behind the net. Munzing tries to get it out. Intercepted at the blue line. Sends it in deep. David Nemesco skates it out over on the wing to Lundgren. Lundgren down the left side. Big offside. Jeff McGonigal couldn't hold back.
Well, we just saw a couple of big hits by the Falcons. Chris McNeil right down here in front of us, and then David Nemesco in his own zone.
13:04 left in the first period. Danvers the second line. Chris McNeil out. Jeff McGonigal reunited with his line mates on the second line. Luke Lundgren on the left.
We'll have to see if
Nemesco.
both teams play 3 lines here, Mike. Generally, you get the first 2 lines with the first couple of shifts. Third line comes in and spells the first line. We'll see what happens.
Ryan Walker knocked out the puck. Chris McNeil intercepts, gets a shot on. Held there by the goalie. Jeff McGonigal picks up the loose puck. Puck out front. Skated off by Amesbury. Intercepted by Lundgren. Lundgren sends it back in. Amesbury defense circling in the zone. Slides it out. Munzing at the red line. Dumps it in. Puck goes back. Brian Walker goes behind his own net to pick up the loose puck. Skating out the left side, slides it across, intercepted by McNeil. He's offside, so he has to leave it. Puck is flipped up. Munzing sends it into center. Sean McNeil picks it up out to Bobby Karen. Can't handle the puck. Puck comes up. Oh, jumps over McGonigal, Harrington's stick. Now we got Murphy skating down the left side. Hit off the puck by Nemesco. Hit there by Harrington. Nemesco comes up with the puck. Can't hit Bobby Karen. Sent in deep by Coleman. David Nemesco sends it around. Sean McNeil on the boards. Coleman intercepts. Coleman dumps it deep. Intercepted there by Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen sends it out. Sent in deep by Hamilton. Hamilton. That's David Nemesco. David Nemesco out to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen coming in the center. Sends it up along the right side. Harrington goes deep, and we have an offside. 11:42 left in the first period.
Well, just noticed a nice quick breakout by the Falcons. A couple of passes between the defensemen, and then Munzing got the puck up to Karen in the middle. He just missed his winger, Jeff Harrington, up here on the right wing.
On this faceoff, we got to be careful. Number 16, Tommy Perro. He's I think he's the second leading scorer in the District 2 this year. On the faceoff against Chris McNeil. To the left of Sandy Milbury. Puck is down. Puck is loose. Amesbury out front. Backhander. Sandy with a big save.
Mike, that save looked simple, but it really wasn't. Sands had to look through a crowd in front of him. It was a low shot, a backhander, and he made a pad save.
Danvers, Chrissy McNeil has to win the faceoff, draw it back, get it to BJ, get it out, bring it around, out of the zone. Chris McNeil on the faceoff. Now BJ's got the puck, slides it around, tries to pick up McGonigal. McGonigal just tips it out of the zone. Coleman goes back in his own zone to pick it up. Amesbury with the puck, sends it up. BJ Baldessari at the nearest blue line, sends it up. Intercepted by Amesbury. Number 3, Bizanson. Eric Bizanson. There we go. Puck goes out of the rink into the scorekeeper's box. We have a face-off right at center.
Well, the other night, Mike, against Winthrop, one of the keys to the Falcons' victory was their forechecking. We're going to watch that early on to see how tenacious the Falcons are in the offensive zone.
Chris McNeil to Lundgren. Lundgren skating high down the left side. He's hit there by Walker. Johnny Walker picked up along the boards. Chris McNeil out front, gets bumped off the boards by 18. Brian Walker comes out front. BJ can't keep it in. He's chased there. BJ dumps it in, intercepted by Amesbury, out to number 3, Bizanson. Comes up along the boards, 16, Tommy Perro, dumps it in. Amesbury changes up. Big pass up to McGonigal. McGonigal just over the red line, dumped in by Chris McNeil. Danvers calls for a change-up. Number 2, Nick Teal over the Danvers blue line. Tries to slide it across. He's intercepted by Savatello. Savatello with the big hit along the boards. Back to number 4, John Walker. Big block there by
that was Keithy Chenard. We see the first time the Falcons' third line is out there.
David Dolph picks it up, slides it around, intercepted along the boards by John Walker. John Walker with this, big tip there in front by Nick Teal. Matty Churchill gets it up. Keith Chenard. Chenard's intercepted by Walker. Now Chenard dumps it deep. Walker picks it up, skating behind his own net. Slides up along the right side. Chenard's there. Now back to number 5, Joey Hamilton. Joey Hamilton behind the Amesbury goal, hit there by Matty Churchill. David Dolph helps out. Puck comes out. David Nemesco, shot wide. Comes back to Munzing at the point shot. Save there by Keith Short. Puck goes into the corner. Out front, Keith Chenard gets a shot in. Joey Hamilton intercept. Joey's on his back. Puck comes out. It's ice. We have an icing call. 9:25 left in the first period. Danvers ahead, 1-0. We have an icing.
Well, Mike, we just saw two shots on net by the Danvers defenseman. The other night against Winthrop, I think we counted 15 shots on net by the points for Danvers.
Here we go. Danvers' first line out. Bobby Karen against number 17, Corey Off. Amesbury's first line. Muscle against muscle here, Paul.
Well, this isn't a bad matchup for the Falcons.
David Nemesco, Matty Munzing on the points. The referees drop the puck. Back to McNeil, back to David Nemesco. David with the big shot. Oh, tipped! Puck is loose in the corner.
There it was again, Mike. A shot by the Falcon defenseman, David Nemesco, went right on the goalie.
Now we get a call for a man in the crease, Paul.
Well, that puck was just laying there on the doorstep. Jeff Harrington not able to control it.
Face-off just outside the Amesbury blue line. Bobby Karen on the face-off against Orth. Corey Orth, the sophomore forward. He had 6 goals, 20 assists for 26 points. Jeff Harrington goes down. Sean McNeil with a big hit in the corner. Puck is loose to Bobby Karen. Big shot, save short. Back to Munzing. Munzing dumps it deep. Picked up in the corner. Bobby Karen goes in. Coleman.
This is the forechecking I was talking about, Mike. They've been able to keep it in.
Puck is just dumped out. Matty Munzing has to go back in his own zone. No icing. Puck didn't reach the blue line. Matty Munzing sends it up to Harrington. Harrington along the boards. Off can't pick it up. Hamilton just dumps it in on a delayed outside. Amesbury calling for the changeup. David Nemesco comes out, gets it up. Sean McNeil to Bobby Karen to Sean McNeil. Sean gets knocked off the puck. Picked up there by John Walker around the boards. Picked up there by Nickus. Picked up by Bobby Karen. Bobby turns in the slot, gets a shot off. Save short. Rick Lundgren with a big hit behind the net. Against Corey Off. Puck comes up along the board. Picked up there by Danny Nickus. Chris McNeil sends it in, delayed Danvers offside. And then we have a whistle.
Mike, the Falcons are forcing Amesbury into making inadvertent passes. They're just right now throwing the puck away.
8:07 left in the first period. Danvers with a very quick 1-0 lead. 25 seconds into the first period. Chris McNeil on the faceoff. Dumps it in. The captain, Tom Perro. Nickus along the boards. Hit there by McNeil. Tom Paris picks it up, skating hard, gets it across the 3. Nick Benzine, shot, Sandy with the save. Over to Nickus, picks it up in the corner. Savatella can't get it away. Oh, big shot, Perro. Now puck up to the point to Walker. Walker sends it around. Tommy Perro behind the net. Savatella back. Puck comes out front. Jeff McGonigal just clears the puck. Chased down into Amesbury zone by Joe Hamilton. Chased hit by Rick Lundgren.
Look at the hustle by Lundgren, and now McGonigal coming in behind. That's great forechecking.
Rick Lundgren gets it out front. Nobody can get their stick on it. Puck is down. Oh! Tommy Perro had a breakaway, but he just couldn't reach the puck.
Well, they just tried to spring Perro loose at center ice. That defenseman just looked up, saw Perro skating through center ice, almost hit him with the pass.
7:18 left in the first period. Face-off just to the right of Keith Short. Keith Short was an outstanding goaltender this year, 2.52 goals against, Paul.
Well, I don't care what league you play in. That's a great goals against average.
Danvers' third line out. David Nemesco, Keith Chenard, Matty Churchill. Keith Chenard in the corner, gets it back to David Dolph. David Dolph up front, puck is loose. Skated up by Amesbury. Amesbury down the right side. Picked up there by Ben Tallberg. Now David Dolph gets it out. Picked up there by Brian Walker. Brian in front of his own net. Gets it across, intercepted by Dolph. Matty Churchill, Keishanad comes out. Matty Munzing at center, dumps it in. Knocked down there by Coleman. Coleman going behind the Amesbury net. He stops. Chased here by Shenard. Intercepted by David Dolph, sends it on net. Brian Walker. Now the puck comes around. Picked up by Amesbury. Amesbury skates it out. Through center. Kennedy just dumps it in as Amesbury calls for the changeup. Matty Munzing sends it up to Matty Churchill. Can't handle the pass. Picked up there by Hamilton. Hamilton dumps it in. Nemesco intercepts. Now intercepted by Fee. Nanny Fee picks it up. Loose out front. Shot wide by Corey Orth. Now Matty Munzing picked up by Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen gets a hit along the boards. Justin Halapowski to Matty Churchill. Justin Halapowski along the boards, gives it to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen turns, hit along the boards by Fee. Now the puck is loose. David Nemesco skating hard down into the Danvers zone, picks it up. Chased here by Derek Murphy. Off, tries to keep it in. Jeff Harrington gets it out. Justin, looks like Sean McNeil.
Justin Halapowski has taken Sean McNeil's spot on this shift. They may give Sean a rest every now and then.
Rich Savitel is intercepted by Murphy. He gets the puck back, gets it to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen and Jeff Harrington. Harrington down the right side. Gets a big shot, a save. Puck comes out front. Bobby Karen with a big shot, tip wide. Puck is loose, and we get tied up. Goal judge has got his green light on. Oh, that must be for the whistle.
Well, I like to see Jeff Harrington take that shot as he comes across the blue line. That rebound came directly straight out to Bobby Karen. He took another shot right in on goal.
5:14 left in the first period. Face-off just to the left of Keith Short. Bobby Karen on the face-off. Bobby Karen, puck is down. Bobby Karen gets it in. Skating around, Amesbury skates it around the net. Slid down the left side. Nickus on the puck. David Nemesco, no icing. Back to Munzing. Munzing gets it up along the boards. Justin Halapowski. Bobby Karen picks it up in front of the benches. He gets knocked off the puck by Brian Walker. Puck comes out. Nickus tries to intercept. Puck is loose. Jeff Harrington. Oh, big save there.
That was a big save, Mike, and then Karen came along, followed up, knocked the puck loose, but the whistle had already blown.
I'll tell you, Paul, these lights that the goal judges have behind the nets, the green light keeps coming on, or it's on constantly, and I look up, looking for the signal for the goal, and the green light's on. It was a great save there by Keith Short. 4:47 left. Face-off, just to Keith's right. Chris McNeil on the face-off. Draws it back in between Keishanad and Rich Savitel. Savitel has to go back in the Danvers zone. Intercepted there. BJ has to pick up the puck. Tom Perro knocked them off the puck. Puck comes along. Lundgren down the left side. Skating hard over center. Knocked off the puck. Puck comes out to Tom Perro. Picked up by McGonigal. McGonigal along. It was Chris McNeil. Chris McNeil out front. Gets a shot off. Penalty coming up here. Holden. Danvers goes on its first foul play at 4:18 in the first.
Well, Chrissy McNeil's a little frustrated there, but that's all right. He had the breakaway. He was held off the play. But just before that, we saw Puro get nailed along the sideboards and almost knocked into the penalty box.
Here comes Sean McNeil, Paul.
Well, he'll play on this power play. Not a bad idea to rest him once in a while.
McGonigal at the left point. Savitel at the right point. Jeff Harrington on the left wing.
Well, McNeil missed that last shift, so he should be well rested for this power play.
Sean McNeil on the right wing. Bobby Karen at center. Puck face-off just to the right of the Short. Puck is down. Corey Orff on the face-off. Dumps it across. They're calling for an offside. Puck comes out. Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen intercepts. Back to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil to Bobby Karen. Out front. Save Short. Big jam up behind the net. Puck comes out. Oh, Savatella just can't get his glove on it as it slides back to the Danvers blue line. Slides it across to Jeff McGonigal along the Danvers blue line. Jeff skating down the left side. Comes in and dumps it in. Sean McNeil coming around. Picks out the loose puck. Dumps it in deep. Intercepted there, Nathaniel Fee. Bobby Karen along the boards. Dumped out by Corey. Now puck goes into the Amesbury zone. John Walker picks it up. Johnny Walker gets hit by Sean. Now Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen dumps it in. Sean McNeil in the corner. Back to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen back to Savatello. Savatello along the blue line. Dumps it over to McGonigal. McGonigal back to Karen. Back to Savatello. Big shot. Puck is loose. Sean McNeil.
That was the type of setup the Falcons like on their power play, Mike. They moved the puck and got the open man to take a shot.
Puck goes back to Sandy Milbury. Pace here by Tom Perro. Jeff McGonigal up to Jeff Harrington. Jeff Harrington can't hold on. Coleman dumps it out. Picked up there by Tom Perro. One man back. David Nemesco slides around Nemesco. Save, Sandy! Big save there.
I'll tell you, Sands came up big on that. Puro came around the defenseman and got a shot off. Sands made the save.
Puck comes back to Hamilton. It's tipped there by Harrington. Puck comes out. Coleman picks it up at center. Dumps it in. We got a penalty. David Nemesco on a cross check. 2:25 left in the first period.
Nemesco drilled Puro in front of the net just as the puck came out of the zone.
Face-off will be just to the right of Sandy Milbury. Danvers says go shorthanded here. 2:25 in the first period. Amesbury sends out their power play unit. Off. Coleman.
Well, this is a big face-off, Mike. The Falcons could be tested right away if they don't win the face-off.
Rich Savatella, Rick Lundgren, Matty Churchill. I think is that Matty Munzing? Matty Munzing. Puck comes back to Hamilton. Hamilton along the blue line. Over to Coleman. Tries to slide it in. Picked up by Savatella. Savatella sends it around. Intercepted by Hamilton. Matty Churchill along the boards. Picked up there in the corner by Matt Nanny Fee. Matty Munzing goes behind the net. Amesbury gets it out front. It's sent wide, long by Matty Churchill.
Well, Amesbury hasn't been able to set up much of anything on this power play. The Falcons have managed to keep them wide.
Amesbury flying out over the Danvers blue line, off down the right wing. Puck is loose. Sandy with a big save. Puck comes out. Coleman can't keep it in. Coleman sends it back along the blue line. Dumps it in the Danvers zone. Picked up by B.J. Baldessari. 38 seconds left. B.J. dumps it out. There's a lot of confidence for you, Paul, playing the freshman, B.J. Baldessari on the short-handed.
He has certainly stepped up to the plate to play.
Here we go. Amesbury coming out. Intercepted. Chris McNeil dumps it in. Picked up.
Seems to me like number 16, Puro, Tommy Puro, is trying to be a one-man gang out here, Mike. That's not going to work.
Matty Munzing dumps the puck back into the Amesbury zone. Chris McNeil can't pick it up. Now number 3, Ben Zietson sends it back. Perot along the boards. Knocked down by, let's see, that's Jeff McGonigal. Tommy Perot skates over the Danvers blue line, gets a shot off. It's tipped wide by BJ. Puck comes behind the net. Amesbury out back. Let's see. Rick Lundgren. Rick Lundgren skating hard down the right side. Skates wide. Chase here sends it out front. Intercepted by Danny Nickus. Now the captain, Ben Cenas, sends it out front. Puck is loose. Chris McNeil intercepts. Up to McGonigal. McGonigal dumps it in. 25 seconds left. Picked up in the Amesbury zone by Joe Hamilton. Joe Hamilton circles, skates to center, slides up along the boards. David Nemesco doesn't clear it out. Out front. Puck is loose. Picked up along the boards by Talberg. Talberg sends it back. Joe Coleman to Talberg. Puck over Sandy's head. Sandy jumps on the puck with 2.5 seconds left in the first period.
Wise move by Milbury right then to tie it up. 2.5 seconds left. This face-off to Milbury's left. Very important that the Falcons win it.
Face-off just to the left of Sandy Milbury. 2.5 seconds left in the period. David Dolph on the face-off. They send out Bobby Karen to take the face-off. David Nemesco, Matty Churchill. Let me see. Can't see the left winger. Keith Chenard and Matty Munzing against Orff. Puck is down. One. And The score at the end of one, Danvers 1, Amesbury nothing. Danvers taking a quick lead at about 25 seconds into the first period, and the rest of the period was played at a draw.
Well,
Both teams picking up one penalty.
That early score by the Falcons got the crowd excited right away. Falcons have outshot Amesbury by an 11-6 total. That was Sean McNeil scoring the goal with an assist from Bobby Karen. It was a fast-paced first period, Mike.
Very much so. Good hitting, good clean hockey. We'll be back in a couple seconds with all the exciting play-by-play of the second period. Welcome back to the University of Massachusetts at the Boston campus. Hockey on the harbor. Danvers just entering the ice at the beginning of the second period. Both teams warming up here. Paul, a quick score by Danvers in the first 30 seconds of the first period. Otherwise, an up and down kind of mishmash period there.
That's right, it was sloppy at times. Both teams trying to make a physical presence out there. Good goaltending on both ends. I'm sure Coach Flynn told his Falcons to keep shooting the puck hard, crash the net, get down in there, get every loose puck.
Only one penalty for each side. It's a far cry from the past where Danvers in the Winthrop game took 6 penalties. Amesbury took 8 penalties against Marion. Good clean hockey so far. Danvers will be to our right this period. Sandy Milbury in goal. Danvers starting out with their first line. Bobby Karen. Sean McNeil is back on the left wing.
We have a good contingent of Falcons rooters here tonight, Mike. 3 busloads came up, a lot of the parents, a lot of other supporters.
Savatella sends it down into the Amesbury zone. Picked up deep by Johnny Walker. John Walker sends it around, picked up by Danny Nickus, intercepted by Bobby Karen. Jeff Harrington in the corner. Nickus hits him there. Amesbury slides it around, picked up by B.J. Baldessari. Now Amesbury dumps it out. Savatella has to go back, pick it up. Sean McNeil turns on his own blue line, sends it up to Jeff McGonigal. Jeff McGonigal sees Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen, oh, he shoots it wide! All alone out front. Bobby Karen sent it wide.
Did you catch that line shift there, Mike? McGonigal's up here on right wing.
Oh!
He just got drilled from behind.
No call.
No, there won't be a call on that, but notice that he has taken Jeff Harrington's place there.
Coach Flynn is going to do whatever it takes here. He's going to jumble the lines. He's going to throw kids out. Line changes quick and early. Face off just to the right of Keith Short.
Well, you see, looking across, I'm looking at Jeff Harrington on the bench. Looks to be in a little bit of agony.
He might have got a good hit there on that shift. Chris McNeil on the face-off. Puck is down. Puck comes out. McGonigal sends it back to Nemesco. Nemesco gets a flip-in shot. Intercepted by Koryoff. Koryoff through center. Skating hard down the left side. David Nemesco breaks him up. Puck is loose in the corner. Chris McNeil. David Nemesco with a big hit in the corner. Puck comes, Amesbury comes around. Sandy Milbury's down. Save Sandy. Puck comes out. Number 5, Joe Hamilton with a shot. Puck is out. Chris McNeil gets it up to Lundgren. Lundgren's skating hard down the left side. Try to cut in. Coleman falls down. Lundgren goes behind the Amesbury net. Back to Nemesco. Over to Matty Munzig. Matty on the left defense. Gets a shot off. Tip wide. By Chris McNeil and out of the ring.
Good puck movement there by the Falcons, Mike. Ricky Lundgren went in deep around the net. Got the puck out to the point to Dave Nemesco, who passed it straight across to Munzig. Munzig had a good shot on net that was just tipped out of the rink by Chrissy McNeil.
I'd like to say it on the air that I'd like to thank Gary for a cup of coffee. I'm losing my voice very quickly here. 13:35 left in the second period. Danvers with a 1-0 lead. Face-off just outside the Amesbury blue line. Chris McNeil dumps it in. Picked up there by Joe Walker. Now Savatella dumps it in on net. Keith Short. And we got a deliberate offside. Face-off will be just outside the Amesbury blue line. 13:28 left in the second period. Chris McNeil on the faceoff against Nick Teal. Savatella sends it out. Lundgren couldn't hit McNeil. Amesbury slides it out along the left side. Kennedy with the puck. Kennedy over to Talberg. Talberg gets a shot off, tipped wide. Picked up in the corner by Steve Kennedy. Now McNeil. McNeil sends it around. Comes out to John Walker. John Walker along the blue line. Sneaks in. Savatella goes down, blocks the shot. Picked up there by Neal. Nick Teal. Puck along the boards. Johnny Milbury with the save on from Johnny Walker. Rich Savatella out to Chris McNeil. McNeil skating hard. Just gets it out of the zone. Slides up along the right side of McGonigal. Now Walker picks it up. Walker tries to get it out of the zone. McGonigal almost hit by two guys. He ducks underneath it. Stevie Kennedy holding McGonigal down. Talberg sends it across. Matty Churchill all over Steve Kennedy. Talberg in with a big hit. Now Keith Chenard skating high down the left side.
Talberg hit his own guy. That was one of the best checks of the night.
Keith Chenard behind the Amesbury net. Getting hit along the boards. Amesbury skates out with it. David Nemesco has to chase it down to the Danvers zone. Chased here by Danny Nickus. Now Matty Munzig picks it up. Up to Keith Chenard along the left side. Picked up there, intercepted there by Walker. Puck comes out. Matty Munzig. No offside. Puck behind the Amesbury net. Puck comes out. Picked up there by Perro. Tommy Perro. David Nemesco chasing number 21 Nickus into the corner. Tommy Perro in the comes out with it. David Dolph holds him off. Puck comes out. Hamilton can't hold it in. Now Joey Coleman picks it up in the Amesbury zone. He sends it out. Now it goes in the Danvers zone.
Good job in that exchange there, Mike, in the Falcon zone, holding Puro off the net.
Big shot there. Puck comes loose. Hamilton dumps it in the corner. Hit there by Nemesco. Puck comes out. Bazinas gets hit by Nemesco. 17. Corey off in the corner. Now Bobby Karen up to Justin Halapowski. Halapowski is taking a shift every once in a while for Sean McNeil.
I guess Justin's the designated McNeil tonight.
Okay, Jeff Harrington can't pick up the puck. Amesbury slides it out. Matty Munzig has to go back in his own zone, pick it up right in front of Sandy Milbury. He slides it up to Bobby Karen, can't handle the puck. Coleman with the puck. Now Matty Munzig picks it up along the Danvers blue line, over to Jeff Harrington. Harrington, puck in the air. Bobby Karen can't pick it up. Now we get a hand pass.
Good sign seeing Jeff Harrington back out there.
Looked like he got his cage rattled there for a minute, Paul.
That might have happened. But these hockey players are tough. They want to come back and play.
Jeff McGonigal jumped out early for him. Here we go. Justin Halapowski taking Sean McNeil. Bobby Karen, Jeff Harrington. Puck goes in the Danvers zone. Savatella goes deep, sends it around. Picked up along the boards by Justin Halapowski. He gets knocked off the puck. Puck comes around. Savatella picking it up to Sandy Milbury's right. Out to Bobby Karen. Karen can't handle the pass. Sent in, off, picks up the puck on the Danvers blue line. Over to number 10, Matthew Fee. Sandy with a big save. And we got a little Joss in front of the net. Danvers players a little upset.
Well, they came to Sands Milbury's aid right away. It looks like the Amesbury player, number 17 off, is getting a penalty. He crashed right in on Milbury after the whistle.
They will not allow a player to go in and hit the goalie. The goalie's protected while he's in that crease. He comes out of the crease. He's just like any other player. 10:06 left in the second period.
Well, there are coinciding penalties on that. Bobby Karen's going in.
Danvers and Amesbury were skating 4-on-4. We got Jeff McGonigal. Let's see, Jeff McGonigal. Matty Munzig, David Nemesco, and Rick Lundgren. Walker on the points. Puck comes back to Walker. Brian Walker with the shot. Knocked down by Murphy. Murphy with the puck. Knocked down by McGonigal. McGonigal gets knocked out the puck. Puck goes out to center. Walker at center. Dumps it into the Danvers blue line. Picked up by Munzig. Munzig sends it along. Johnny Walker picks it up, skating hard over the Danvers blue line. Gets tipped off the puck. Lundgren picks it up. Lundgren skating hard down the left side. Murphy. Now the puck goes deep. Brian Walker has to go behind his own net. Jeff McGonigal hits him there.
Well, at the whistle, we had a nice hit by Jeff McGonigal there in the corner.
We also have a penalty on
But Murphy for Amesbury is going out. Falcons will have a 4-on-3 power play.
This is very dangerous here, Paul. 4 men on 3 men in a wide open rink like this. Face off just to the left, the key short. 9:33 left in the second period. We got Coleman, we got Bezinson. Let's see if I can pronounce that right here. Bezanson on the face-off. Also, let me see. I can't pick up the other man. We got McGonigal, we got Lundgren, we got Munzing, we got Savatella. Puck is back to Savatella. Savatella along the Amesbury blue line. And we have a whistle.
Lundgren in the crease.
We have a face-off outside the Amesbury blue line.
They can't plant themselves there in the crease, Mike. They can move right through it, but not plant themselves.
It's a little obvious, that big blue patch of ice there. It belongs to the goaltender, no two ways about it. Face-off just outside the Amesbury blue line. Number 3, Bezanson sends it down in the Danvers zone. Munzing gets it up to Lundgren. Lundgren just over the Amesbury blue line. He made himself offside. Rick Lundgren just couldn't get the control of the puck. He went in before the puck.
Well, there's 41 seconds to go on the first 2 penalties that were called.
Puck comes down in the Danvers zone. Munzing beat Benson to the puck. Rick Savatella, deep, picks it up, skates in front of Sandy. Skating hard, sends it up along the boards to McGonigal. Now we have an icing call as McGonigal couldn't pick up the pass.
This would be a good spot to see McNeil and Harrington.
That wasn't fair, Paul. You're picking up the players coming up them. Wait a minute.
Well, actually, we're going to see McNeil and McNeil.
We're going to see McNeil and McNeil. I think this is the first time all year they've been together. Chris McNeil at center. His brother, Sean, on the wing. Danvers with a 4-on-3 man advantage. David Nemesco with the puck. Behind Sandy. Over on the wing to Chris. Over to Matty Munzing. Back to Chris. Chris can't pick up the pass. Now he dumps it deep. Sean's out front. Tries to dump it out front. Knocked off the puck. Picked up along the boards by Brian Walker. Brian Walker skating hard down the left side. Met there by Sean McNeil. David Nemesco along the board. Sends it out front to Talberg. Talberg with a shot knocked down. Puck comes back. Intercepted by Chris McNeil. Chris McNeil tries to send it to himself along the boards. Now Sean McNeil in deep. Picked up along the boards by Corey Off.
Falcons now have a 5-on-4 man advantage.
Puck along the near side. Amesbury dumps it down. Sandy holds it there for Matty Munzing. Matty Munzing stops and turns. Slides it up to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen gets it up to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil back to Bobby Karen inside the Amesbury blue line. Knocked off the puck by Joe Walker. Joe Walker and Bobby Karen. Sean tries to tip it out. Puck is loose. Sean McNeil picks it up. Sean McNeil skating. Goes in behind the Amesbury goal. Out front. Sean picks up the loose puck. Sean tries to send it to the point. Gets a shot off. Puck is high in the air. Now the puck comes back to Savatella. Savatella gets a shot off. Tipped wide. Out front. Picked up by Amesbury. 17. Corey Off. Corey Off to center. Skating hard. Intercepted. Munzing with the puck. Beluski, now Savatella. Savatella sends it around the boards. Picked up along the boards by Coleman. Coleman dumps it deep. Now Savatella gets it up to Rick Lundgren. Lundgren skating high down the left side.
He's got Karen open.
Slides it across, but Bobby Karen had curled around. Jeff Harrington with the puck. Coleman knocks him off the puck. Puck along the boards. Picked up there by Danny Nickus. Now intercepted. That was Chris McNeil. Back to Lundgren. Down to McNeil. McNeil with a big shot. Knocked down by Nickus. Puck along the boards. McNeil. Down McGonigal. McGonigal gets a shot. Save! He's short as he hits Chris McNeil skating through the crease. 6:40 left in the second.
Well, that shot just then would have gone wide anyway, Mike, but Short elected to pick it off and get a face-off.
Our statistician, Marcy, has a point of view for you, Paul.
Well, I think it's written there, use the points. Again, as in the Winthrop game a couple of nights ago, Falcons' points have been wide open for Shorts.
Chris McNeil on the faceoff, Lundgren on the left, Matty Church, Jeff McGonigal on the right, B.J. Baldessari with David Nemesco. Puck is down, McNeil gets around, McGonigal out front. Oh, Lundgren just couldn't get his stick on it. Short sent it wide. Now Amesbury along the boards, Murphy. Now puck comes loose, Murphy with the puck, shot wide. Picked up by McGonigal on the far side. McGonigal skating hard around the Danvers net. Oh, he gets hit there in the face-off circle. 17, Corey Orff. Puck comes out, picked up by Nick Teal. Nick Teal gets intercepted by David Nemesco. Nemesco gets intercepted by Coleman. Now McGonigal, go over the Amesbury blue line. Skating down the right side, out front, gets it to Chris McNeil. Oh, tipped wide, great save. Puck is loose along the right side. Picked up there by Murphy. Murphy skating hard down the left side, up against David Nemesco. Murphy stops. Now intercepted by Lundgren. Lundgren up to Jeff McGonigal. McGonigal skating hard to center. Oh, just tries to get it by, but Walker intercepts.
The second line of the Falcons, McNeil, McGonigal, and Lundgren been flying all night, Mike.
Here's Kennedy. Kennedy down the right side. Fakes the shot. Intercepted by Munzing. Munzing breaks him up. Walker with a big shot. Whoa! Labeled!
Mike,
Sandy
that was
Milbury.
Mike labeled for the top corner, Sands glove side. He just picked it off like George Scott, the old first baseman of the Red Sox.
I hope our cameraman Steve got that shot, because from where we're standing, that had top corner label all over it. Sandy just flashed the glove at the last second. What a save. Face off to Sandy's left.
Sands never had a doubt on that one.
Oh, Keith Chenard with the puck. Sends it around behind the Danvers net to Churchill. Churchill can't handle it. Puck comes back to Savatella. Savatella goes back around to Munzing. Munzing up the near side. Puck comes out. Now Walker. Walker in the neutral zone. Puck goes back. Sandy holds it there for Rich Savatella. Tallberg chases him there. Keith Chenard along the near side. Broken up. Matty Munzing trying to get it out. Kennedy sends it deep, and we have a hand pass with 4:53 left in the second period. Oh, I got to get that coffee with me, Paul.
I'll tell you, Mike, we need a goal.
Face-off just outside the Danvers blue line. Tom Perreault on the face-off against David Dahl. Keith Chenard with the puck. Comes back, Hamilton dumps it in, comes around behind the Danvers net, picked up by Munzing. Munzing along the near boards. He's intercepted. We got a penalty on Munzing. Munzing on the trip. Danvers goes short-handed at 4:39 of the second period.
Well, Munzing just mishandled that puck as it came around the boards. It went past him as he stuck his stick out. The Amesbury player kind of skated over it.
I'll tell you, Paul, if there was an Oscar for that, he'd get it.
Those are the penalties you hate to get.
That was a questionable trip. Face-off just to the left of Sandy Milbury. 4:39 left in the second period. Amesbury on the power play. His second one of the game. Tom Perreault on the face-off against Bobby Karen.
As much as we didn't want to have that call go against us, standing to the right of me, a couple of Amesbury assistant coaches, they kind of liked it.
Gee, I wonder why. Here we go. Amesbury behind the puck. Tom Perreault behind the Danvers net. Puck comes out to John Walker. John with the puck. Sends it deep to Tommy Perreault behind the Danvers net. He gets hit there by Savatella. Puck comes loose. Now Savatella. Savatella tries to clear it out. Sent back by Brian Walker. Puck tipped wide. David Nemesco in the corner. Puck sent up. John Walker along the boards. Puck comes out. David Nemesco tries to get it out. Intercepted by Amesbury. Amesbury's out front. Oh, just couldn't handle it. Brian Walker at the point. Brian over his brother John. John with the big shot. Sandy, oh, just tipped wide. Sandy with a save. 49 seconds up. Savatella gets it out.
Mike, that save Sands just made, I don't think he saw it. Those are one of the ones that hits the goalie.
Puck comes out, Bazanson slides it into the corner. Chasing the corner there by Nickus. Nickus gets hit off the puck by Savatella. Savatella drives it around. Walker at the point. Chased by Bobby Karen. Tommy Perot at the point. Tommy winds up, big shot. Sandy with a big save or tipped wide. Bobby Karen with a big hit in the corner. Chased in the corner there by Nickus. Puck comes loose. Bobby Karen ices it. Relieves the pressure. 10 seconds, 9 seconds left on the penalty. Keith Short holds it there. Picked up by Johnny Walker. John Walker skates it out, sends it up. Off, can't handle the pass. Hit there by McGonigal.
Sands surely withstood the test there in that power play, Mike.
Chris McNeil with the puck. Inside the Amesbury blue line. Hit along the boards. Jeff McGonigal comes out with it. Now Amesbury's number 10, Nathaniel Fee. 3-on-2. Slides it over to Koryoff. Koryoff hard down the right side. David Nemesco breaks it out. Sandy with the save. David Nemesco just clears it out. And we get an icing call here. 2:40 left in the second period. Amesbury starting to pick it up here, Paul.
Icing at that time for the Falcons was not a bad idea. They certainly need to regroup right now after Munzing's penalty.
Danvers had a little bit of the momentum going their way until that penalty. Now Danvers has to pick it up again. We got off on the faceoff against Chris McNeil. 2:40 left. Faceoff just to Sandy Milbury's left. Danvers with a 1-0 lead. Referee trying to square him off. Get this one up. Throws him out. Throws him out. Jeff McGonigal comes in.
That's not too bad of a trade-off for the Falcons. McGonigal's been a center all his life.
Here we go. Referee throws the puck down. Jeff McGonigal takes out with the puck.
You notice that? McGonigal certainly didn't flinch taking that face-off and won it.
Puck comes out. B.J. Baldessari at the point. Jumps over his stick. Now Amesbury with a 3-on-1 here. Munzing, the only one back. He breaks up the pass across. Puck behind the Davis net. Comes around. Picked up in the point by Joe Hamilton. Hamilton sends it out front. Oh, Sandy with a save. Amesbury couldn't get their act together on that one, Paul. Thank God.
Well, they had a 3-on-1 breakdown on Munzing. Munzing slid in front of the winger on the left side. Forced him to make a wide pass to his center coming across the middle. Then the play went around and Sands had to come up with another big save.
2:10 left in the second period. Danvers with a 1-0 lead. The puck comes across to Lundgren. Picked up by Munzing. Munzing tries to dump it out. Can't get it out. Has to go behind his own net. Picks up the puck. Slides it up. McGonigal can't pick up the pass. Now Amesbury dumps it in. David Nemesco behind his own net. Slides it across to Munzing. Munzing back to Nemesco. Nemesco down the far side. Trying to hit McGonigal. McGonigal with the pass. He's out front. He gets a shot off. He's knocked down. No call.
I'll tell you, Jeff McGonigal snuck in behind the Amesbury defenseman.
Great pass by Nemesco down the far side.
Munzing and Nemesco played catch with that puck. A couple of passes going back and forth. Nemesco looked right up the board, saw McGonigal, and hit him just about the Amesbury blue line.
1:45 left in the second. Face-off just to the left of Keith Short. Bobby Karen on the face-off. He's got Sean McNeil, Jeff Harrington. Puck goes over to Harrington. Bobby Karen picks it up. Sean McNeil with the shot off the rebound. Slides it down the length of the ice. Sandy lets it go by. And we have an icing. Matting with that quick short stop pickup of the puck there, Paul. Yes. Sean McNeil has the shot off the faceoff. 1:35 left. Faceoff just a key short. Bobby Karen on the faceoff. Puck goes down. Puck comes out. Amesbury skates it out. Gets it up through the middle. Perot skating hard. 16, one of the best shooters. Sandy dives on the loose puck.
Well, Perot tried to split Nemesco and Munzing, and they just sandwiched them.
Tommy Perot looking up at the ref and going, where's the call? Same thing with McGonigal, going down the other way. You get the shot off, you're not going to get the call. Here we go, face off to the right of Sandy Milbury, 1:26 left in the second period. Bobby Karen on the face off against Perot. Puck goes into the corner, Tommy Perot goes in the corner. Perot behind the net. Munzing can't catch him. Now Bobby Karen up to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil skating high down the left side to center. Over the Amesbury blue line. Gets knocked off the puck there. That was Johnny Walker. Now Sean McNeil and Bobby Karen in the corner with Walker. Sean McNeil comes out with a Sean still with the puck over to David Nemesco. Nemesco winds up. Save! Puck is loose! Nobody could get the handle on it. Perot, Tommy Perot comes out with it. Tommy skating hard, trying to get by Nemesco. Gets bumped out the puck out front. Sean McNeil skates into Sandy, but Bobby Karen comes out with it over to Harrington. Back to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen skating hard, gets the shot off wide. 43 seconds left. Matty Munzing sends it in over to Rick Lundgren. Rick Lundgren just coming off on the ice. Jeff Harrington trying to send it deep. Now Amesbury with the puck. Amesbury back to number 5, Joey Hamilton. Hamilton just slides it out. Picked up there by Munzing. Munzing, shot high. 23 seconds left. Now Chris McNeil, the Lundgren behind the Davis net. Hit there by Coleman. Coleman pins Lundgren along the boards. Helped out there along the boards by Nickus. Puck is loose. Lundgren, Coleman. Now Eric Benson. Now Matty Munzing with 6 seconds gets a shot off wide. Now Rich Savatella has to send it down. 1 second, 5, 4, 3. And that's the end of the second period.
Mike, some great action near the end of that period by the Falcons. A couple of rushes. Sean McNeil with a chance. Munzing with 4 seconds to go in the period sent a slap shot wide. Falcons toward the end of the period had the upper hand, but pretty much that period was even.
The score at the end of the second period, still Danvers with the 1 goal by Sean McNeil. 30 seconds into the game, 1, Amesbury nothing. We'll be back in a few minutes with all the exciting play-by-play of the third period. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the exciting play-by-play of the third period. Danvers holding on to a slim 1-goal lead that Sean McNeil scored only 30 seconds into the first period, just off the opening face-off.
Well, this is going to be interesting, Mike.
The referees now are telling Adam Kaburski, who's been sitting in the penalty box most of the game, he has to get out. The referees just sent Adam out of the penalty box. Mike Clifford at the door. Puck comes back. Rich Savatella curls in his own zone. Up along the boards to Sean McNeil, to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen shot tipped high and up into the girders.
Nice quick start by the Falcons there, getting a shot, although it was deflected out of the rink.
10 seconds gone in the third period. This is do or die here. Danvers can hold on to a slim 1-goal lead here, Paul. Jeff Harrington with the puck. Gets broken up to back to Savatella. Savatella with a shot wide. Bobby Karen picks it up. Bobby Karen slides it out. Picked up by B.J. Baldessari. B.J. with the shot. Over to Sean McNeil. He shoots it wide. Comes back. Savatella at the point. Sends it deep to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen gets knocked out the puck, but he gets it to McNeil. McNeil skates out from behind the net. He's chased here by Benson. Now Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen sends it deep. Jeff Harrington picks it up behind the Amesbury net. Slides it around. Amesbury skating hard with it. Comes over to Nickus along the left side. Hit there by Savatella. Tommy Perot knocked out the puck. Rich Savatella behind the Danvers net. Tommy Perot. Puck comes out to Harrington. Harrington dumps it out. Picked up along the boards by Coleman.
Well, that initial flurry's been all Falcons, Mike. Now both teams change up.
Jeff Harrington didn't clear the red line, dumped it in. We got an icing call. Face-off will be down in the Danvers zone. 13:51 left in the third period. Face-off to Sandy Milbury's right. Danvers sends out Chris McNeil. Jeff McGonigal on the right. Rick Lundgren on the left. Amesbury counters with off. Fee. Hamilton at the point. Coleman at the other point. Puck is down, picked up by McGonigal. McGonigal loses it. Intercepted by number 10, Fee. Fee with the shot wide.
Mike, McGonigal couldn't get that puck under control because there's water there on the ice.
Chris McNeil. McGonigal is hurt. He's going off the ice. Justin Halapowski jumps out. Puck is loose. Puck comes back. Chris McNeil tries to get it out. Coleman with the puck. Rick Lundgren picks it up along the boards. Coleman hits Lundgren. Puck comes across. Justin Halapowski. Now Chris McNeil. Chris McNeil gets hit hard along the boards by Joe Hamilton. Now Justin Halapowski. Chris McNeil. Chris McNeil tries to slide it in. Hamilton intercepts. Hamilton gets it up along the boards to Murphy. Murphy dumps it in. High over Sandy's head. David Nemesco chased here by Orff. Up along the boards to Justin Halapowski. Halapowski tries to hit Dolph. Dolph can't handle it. Gets back. Key short. Chasing the corner. Key Chenard. Now Amesbury skating out with it. B.J. Baldessari sends it back in the Amesbury zone. Picked up by Walker. Walker gets hit off the puck by Key Chenard. Picked up by Tallberg. Tallberg gets hit by Chenard. Puck comes around. Matty Churchill knocks it down. Picked up by Walker. Walker sends it around. Now Amesbury skating out. Far side.
Well, even with Danvers' tenacious forechecking, Mike, there, Amesbury didn't lose its presence of mind. They were able to clear the puck out, make a couple of nice, good passes.
We got a penalty here to Amesbury. Tallberg hooked Matty Churchill in the neck. High stick. Matty Churchill skated by Tallberg. Gave Tallberg a little hello, how are you with the elbow. Tallberg reached out with his stick and hooked Matty Churchill up around the neck. He got called for the high stick.
Let's see the Falcons move the puck on this power play now, Mike.
12:08 left in the third period. Danvers on the power play. Sends out Bobby Karen at center. Jeff Harrington on the right. Sean McNeil on the left. No, we don't have it. We got Matty Munsing, and I think Jeff McGonigal might be hurt, Paul.
He is, Mike. He's over at the side of the bench. His helmet off. He's just talking with the trainer.
Sean McNeil takes Coleman to the boards, picked up by Bobby Karen. Rich Savatellis sliding in deep. Back to Munsing along the blue line. He comes across. Now we got a whistle. Man in the crease. Face off outside. Sean McNeil's arguing the point, but once the referee blows a whistle, you're not going to get it changed.
Well, it was pretty clear that Coleman was holding him in the crease.
Face off just outside the Amesbury blue line. 11:50 left in the period. 1:12 left on the penalty. Bobby Karen on the face off. Tommy Perro, the leading scorer for Amesbury. Puck goes back in the Danvers zone. Chased here by Munsing. Munsing gets it across to Savatella. Savatella gets it up to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil comes in near side. Over the Amesbury, dumps it in. Bobby Karen skating hard behind the Amesbury net. Puck comes out to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil with a backhander. Save. Shot there now by Jeff Harrington. Save.
Two big saves in a row by Short. He never saw one of them.
11:27 left in the third period. 50 seconds on the penalty. Face-off will be to the right of Kenny Short. Keith Short, excuse me. I keep calling him Kenny. It's Keith Short. Bobby Karen on the face-off. Just inside, just to the left of Short. 17, Corey off.
Important face-off for Karen to win here, Mike.
Bobby Karen draws it back to Harrington. Savatella gets broken up along the blue line by Fee. Matty Munsing dumps it in. Sean McNeil can't touch it. Offside. Johnny Walker with the puck. Now Bobby Karen picks up the loose puck. Gets it up to Sean McNeil. Harrington out front. Score! Jeff Harrington in the slot on a perfect pass across by McNeil.
How about that for great work by Sean McNeil and Bobby Karen. Karen keeping the puck in, got it to McNeil. McNeil just with his head up saw Jeff Harrington cruising through the slot. Great pass, great one-timer by Jeff Harrington.
Paul,
that's a big goal.
Paul, look at the scoreboard. 1-1-1-1, 11-11 left in the third period. Danvers takes a 2-0 lead. Who says we didn't need Sean McNeil here tonight?
This kid's a player, I'll tell you that, Mike.
He hasn't been on skates for 3 weeks. He gets 2 days of practice, and here he is.
The Amesbury coaching staff there is talking to the referees. They thought that perhaps McNeil was offside, that they had never cleared the zone. But I think when we see this game in replay, the Falcons had clearly gotten out of the zone. Munzing had shot it back in. Karen returned into the zone, stole the puck, got it to McNeil. McNeil to Harrington, and that's a score.
There's no way these refs are going to reverse that, Paul. The call has been made. That's it. Puck comes back. David Nemesco sends it up. Chris McNeil tries to chase it down in the Amesbury zone. Amesbury dumps it into their own. Let's try bench. 11:03 left in the game. Danvers with a 2-0 lead.
Well, the Falcons cannot go into cruise control here, Mike. They have to do what's got them here. They have to forecheck hard. They have to pick up their man, play the body.
I think you're right about Justin Halapowski tonight. He's a designated replacement here. He's playing on the right wing for Jeff McGonigal, who went out hurt. Oh, tip there. Justin Halapowski gets knocked off the puck in the corner. Picked up along the boards by Nickus. Now Lundgren. Picked up by Walker. Walker skating hard out of the Amesbury zone. Into center. Skating in over the Danvers blue line. Chased here by Munzing. Gets a shot off wide of Millbury. Puck comes up along the boards. Brian Walker tries to keep it in. Puck comes out, picked up by Bazanson. Bazanson along the cross ice. Picked up along the other far boards by Johnny Walker. Now Munzing tries to kick it out. We got Nickus, we got Munzing, we got McNeil, we got Nemesco now with the puck. We got Rick Lundgren who just dumps it out. Picked up by Brian Walker. Brian Walker along his own blue line to Bazanson. Bazanson dumps it in. Now Munzing is chased by Nickus. Nickus gets it along to Keith Chenard. David Dahl tries to dump it out, intercepted by Coleman. Coleman out front, intercepted by Nemesco. Nemesco slides it around. Hamilton at the point, sends it back in. Now Munzing behind his own net, slides it around to Chenard. Chenard gets his foot on it, but doesn't control. Now Coleman, now Nemesco, slides it up. Picked up along the boards by Fee. Fee's knocked out the puck. Now Matty Churchill sends it in. Behind the net, Keith Short holds it there for Coleman. Coleman sends it around, he's hit by Chenard. Now Matty Churchill to Chenard. Chenard gets bumped off the puck. Puck comes out, picked up by Corey Off. Now B.J. Baldessari just drives it back in to the Amesbury zone on a delayed offside. Short holds the puck there. Picked up by Joe Hamilton. Hamilton along the far boards. Bobby Karen tries to intercept. Now Harrington. Harrington tries to keep it away from Corey Off. B.J. Baldessari sends it up along the boards. Now Sean McNeil tried to keep it in. Corey Off in the corner. B.J. Baldessari. Bobby Karen. Now Amesbury comes out. Sandy with a big save.
Hit him on the mask, Mike.
Sean McNeil skating hard. Tries to hit Bobby Karen. Just doesn't reach it. Into the corner. Bobby Karen gets ridden off the puck. Picked up there by Nanny Fee. Now Coleman sends it around. Picked up by Harrington. Harrington. Puck is loose. Bobby Karen tries to pick it up. Bobby Karen to McNeil. Out front. Oh, just shot wide. Savatello with a shot. Tipped wide by Bobby Karen. Now McNeil on the far side. Chased in by Coleman. Now the puck is tipped around BJ. Amesbury coming out. Bobby Karen. Sandy Millbury. Whoa! Oh, we're gonna have. Are they gonna call it here, Paul? Or they're gonna ask for a puck.
Well, the Amesbury Partisans here won a delay of game call on Millbury.
Oh, we might have a bench
I think
minor
we have
here.
A bench minor coming up on
minor.
Amesbury.
The Amesbury coach has just said too much. Face-off outside the Danvers zone.
Well, it was clear that Millbury shot the puck directly out of the rink.
Nickus, number 21, has to serve the penalty.
I've seen many a time, Mike, where that's an automatic call on the goalie for a delay of game.
This year in the state tournament, I've seen it 3 times and I haven't seen the call yet. The referees explain it to Coach Flynn now. Coach Flynn up on the edge of the bench there on the dasher. We're waiting for the referees to sort everything out here. I guess they are going to call us on a penalty. I guess Amesbury talked him into it here, Paul. Here we go. Chris McNeil on the face-off. Rick Lundgren, Matty Churchill, David Nemesco, Munzing just sends it out. Lundgren couldn't pick up the pass. Puck comes across to Brian Walker.
Well, Mike, we just heard the call on the penalties. There was a bench minor called on Amesbury, and they did call Milbury for shooting the puck out of the rink.
1 minute left in the penalties. 7:30 left in the game. We got a slashing call.
That looks like it's going to be Christy McNeil going off.
These referees have changed their mind here. All of a sudden they're calling every little infraction. From letting them play to call everything here, Paul. Here we go, 7:30 left in the game. Danvers shorthanded, a 4-on-3. We have Bobby Karen, David Nemesco, and Matty Munzing.
Well, there's Bobby Karen talking with Matt Munzing. I don't know whether we picked that up on camera or not, but there's a lot of skating room up there. I got a feeling Karen told Munzing to get him the puck.
Key Short holds it behind the Amesbury net. Puck is skated out. Slid up along the boards to Orff. Corey Orff slides it in. Matty Munzing intercepts and sends it out. Hamilton picks it up along the Amesbury blue line. Turns and skates over the Danvers blue line down the far side. Chased here by Munzing. Sandy with a big save. That puck up on the glass came back down. Now Orff along the near boards. Orff skating into the slot. Back to the Coleman on the point. Bobby Karen.
Great effort by Bobby Karen. Look how he gave himself up there to block the shot.
Hamilton in over the Danvers blue line, skating down the near side, slides it across to Coleman. Coleman winds up, gets the shot off, intercepted by Munzing. Bobby Karen can't get it out. Orff intercepts. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton along the near boards. Bobby Karen intercepts. Bobby Karen skating hard down through center over the Amesbury blue line. Oh, come on!
Oh, he's hauled down with a hook. There's no call.
Puck comes across to Savatella. Savatella tries to get it over to BJ. Picked up there by Fee. Fee gets it up to Murphy. Murphy just dumps it in. Savatella picks it up. 13 seconds left on the Danvers penalty. Savatella comes out. Bobby Karen is changing up. He didn't see the puck coming. Now the puck comes across. Amesbury changes up. Now BJ Baldessari. BJ sends it around behind his own net. Picked up along the boards. Number 10, Fee. Fee with the shot wide. 5:50 left in the game. Brian Walker along the boards. Hit there by Justin Halapowski. Fee with the puck. Fee tries to dump it in. BJ picks it up. He's knocked off the puck. Now Justin Halapowski with the big hit along the boards. Bezanson. Chris McNeil. Justin Halapowski.
Oh, we got a bunch of penalties coming up now, Mike. Walker was all over Justin Halapowski, hit him from behind a couple of times. He's going to get a couple of minor penalties. And there was a penalty being called before that, I think.
Brian Walker goes off. 5:32 left in the game.
How about Justin Halapowski? What a role he's played here tonight.
Put him on the first line. He plays good with Bobby Karen and Jeff Harrington. Put him on the second line, Rick Lundgren and Chris McNeil. He's a designated right winger here tonight, as both Sean McNeil and Jeff McGonigal have had to have timeouts here during the game.
Well, Walker's been tossed from the game, Mike.
That's a little surprising with what they've let go on here tonight, Paul. Now the question is there a power play involved? We have 4, we have 5. Nothing up on the board, but Amesbury's only got 4 players on the ice. Danvers has 4 players on the ice. 5 players on the ice. They're hiding up against the boards on me, Paul. Nothing on the scoreboard.
Well, by the indication of the referee initially, We should see 4 minutes at least go up on the 3 minutes. No, we've got a full 5 minutes and 32 seconds up on the board for a penalty.
Whoa, the rest of the game?
I don't think that's right.
Paul Nemesco, you got to look over here. Paul Nemesco, one of the parents, getting everybody cheering here, trying to get the parents into the game here. Boy, that's one hurting penalty if it is for the rest of the game, Paul. 5:32 left in the game. Danvers on a power play, it looks like, for the rest of the game. Oh, wait a minute here. Now they're having trouble with the clock. Let's see what's going on. It's almost like Gloucester, Paul. Coach Flynn, his jacket's off, his shirt sleeves are rolled up. He's psyched here, Paul.
Oh, he's excited, no question about it.
Danvers on a power play for the last 5 minutes, 30 seconds of the game. Bobby Karen down the right side, waiting for some help. Jeff Harrington, puck is picked up by Amesbury's Joe Hamilton. Stops behind his own net. Comes out along the side. Bobby Karen intercepts. Picked up by Joe Walker. Joe Walker sends it around to Bizanson. Puck comes out. Amesbury skating hard. Rich Savatella takes Tommy Perot off the puck. Savatella behind his own net. Now Jeff Harrington to Bobby Karen to Sean McNeil. Skating down the left side to Bobby Karen. Bobby Karen. Now Savatella has to come back. Oh, Tommy Perot on a breakaway. Andy Milbury, we got a penalty.
We got a penalty coming up on Salvatella. He did the best he could, which is try to hook Puro off the puck. As it was, Puro got a shot off on Sandy and made a great save.
4:39 left in the third period. Now the teams will be even strength, 4-on-4. Danvers should have been weary of that. Tom Perot, one of the best scorers in the state in Division II, hiding behind the defenseman.
Puro just got himself a penalty. He's going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct and a misconduct. He was yelling to the referee to give him a penalty shot on that.
At this level, you don't do anything.
You don't get a penalty shot unless you're taken down directly from behind and you're in the middle of the ice.
Amesbury is not the least bit happy about this. Oh, well, 4:39 left in the game. What are we going to be skating, Paul? 4-on-3?
Well, I think we'll probably be 4-on-4, depending on what the call on Puro was. I think he got a misconduct, which should put him out of the game.
I guess that's a call.
If it were a unsportsmanlike conduct, it'd be a minor penalty, and the Falcons would be skating 4-on-3, but it's a 4-on-4.
4-on-4, 4:39 left. Puck comes back to Coleman. Coleman gets a shot off wide of Sandy. Matty Churchill chases it in the corner, slides it up. Rick Lundgren can't catch up to it. Matty Churchill gets knocked down by Nickus. Nickus along the boards. Nemesco slides it out. Goes the length of the ice. Makes Keith Short take a save there. Now Coleman. Just to the left of his own net. Slides it up. Intercepted by Churchill. Churchill just dumps it in the corner. Lundgren picks it up. Lundgren slides it out. Matty Munzing. Big shot from the point. Now Nemesco. Big shot from the point wide. Now back to Munzing. Munzing at the left point. He gets a shot off. Puck is tipped wide. Matty Churchill behind the Amesbury net. 4 minutes exactly left in the game. Amesbury picks up the puck along the near boards. Skates it out. Over to Coleman. Coleman overskates it. On the red line. Met there by Lundgren. Sandy Milbury with the save. Leaves it there for Nemesco. Nemesco slides it around to Churchill. Churchill along the near boards. Just slides it out at center. Now Coleman. Chased here by Lundgren. Talberg. Now
What a great job by Ricky Lundgren.
3:37 left. Lundgren sends it deep. Matty Churchill gets a shot off. Save. He's short on the short side. Puck comes across. Off. Now David Nemesco dives, picks up the puck. Matty Munzing over to Rick Lundgren. Puck goes into the Amesbury zone. Now Hamilton skating hard over the Danvers blue line, down the near side. Stops, slides it across. Picked up there by Walker. Walker sends it wide. Sandy with a big save.
Boy, Milbury's the star of this game, Mike.
Puck goes down. Jeff Harrington knocks it down. Puck comes across. Bobby Karen can't keep it in. Munzing can't keep it in. Puck goes wide. Now we get an offside. No, there's no call. Wait a minute. The back ref is calling a holding penalty.
From behind the play.
The play continued on. 2:47 left in the game.
Hamilton from Amesbury's going off. Mike, you saw the Amesbury-Marion game the other night, and you had commented that Amesbury was a chippy team. They took a lot of penalties the other night. They've sure had their share tonight.
These last few penalties, though, Paul, are pretty ridiculous. You don't take a holding penalty behind the play. You don't take an unsportsmanlike with 4 minutes left. You don't get a game misconduct. These penalties are ridiculous. Taking the team totally out of the game here.
I'm surprised the Amesbury coach hasn't called a timeout.
Now the referees are saying they're not allowing the change-up.
He really could use his timeout right now, Mike, just to regroup and refocus his team. It's only a 2-0 game.
5 on 3. 5 on 3 here. 2:41 left. Bobby Karen with the puck. Gets it over to Sean McNeil. Sean McNeil tries to leave it for Bobby Karen. Leaves it short. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy over the Danvers blue line. Skating wide. Now broken up by Munzing. They both curl away. Murphy with the puck. Murphy comes out into the slot. Picked up by Tommy Perreault. Way wide. Picked up by Munzing along the far boards. Munzing just flips the puck. Now we got a whistle. What's the...
Well, the puck hit the rafters.
Whoa, I knew it was high, but I didn't see it hit anything. Okay, here we go. 2:18 left in the game. 1:02 left on one penalty. 2:16 left on the other penalty. Think Amesbury can get somebody out for 2 seconds, Paul? That was one mean, nasty penalty to take. Brian Walker with a 5-minute, 30-second penalty. Made his team skate shorthanded for the whole end of the game here, Paul.
Well, he clearly lost his head. There's no question about that.
Danvers with a 5-on-3 man advantage. Chris McNeil out. Lundgren. Now to Nemesco. Back to Lundgren. They don't need to do anything, Paul. They just got to control the puck. Back to Chris McNeil. Justin Halapowski is out on the wing. He's done a great job tonight. 2:05 left in the game. Puck in the corner. Tallberg and Halapowski. Justin Halapowski's not giving up anything there. Bezanson. Now the puck is out to Lundgren. Over to... Oh, that was up to Halapowski. Halapowski got the shot off on short. Short with the save. 1:53 left.
Halapowski with a weak shot, but nonetheless it rolled in on net.
Well, Paul, it looks like we'll be traveling to Merrimack College on Tuesday night. There's only 8 teams left. After tomorrow night, there'll only be 4 teams left. Our opponent is playing the next game after this, Newburyport and Tewksbury. David Nemesco with the puck, slides it across to Savatella. Savatella on the right point. Slides it in to McNeil, can't handle the puck. Lundgren slides it back to Nemesco. Nemesco at the point. Nemesco into Lundgren. Lundgren up to Savatella. Savatella slides in, gets a shot off. Save. Now Lundgren with a shot. Can't get the puck away. Now Short. Keith Short holds the puck. 1:24 left.
Well, that's the type of puck movement and the type of puck control that you like to see on a power play. The Falcons got their man, Richie Salvatella, open at the point. He got a nice little snapshot on the goalie. The rebound came out. Goalie was short, was just able to tie it up.
8 seconds left on the Amesbury penalty. That'll only give them one more man back. They're 5-on-3 right now. Face-off, just to the left of Keith Short. Chris McNeil on the face-off. Rick McNeil on the left side. Rick Lundgren on the left side. Justin Halapowski on the right. Puck goes down. Halapowski slides it back to Nemesco. Nemesco with the shot wide. Back to Munzing. Tom Perreault is out of the penalty box. Puck goes back into the corner to Walker. Now Chris McNeil. McNeil sees Halapowski out front. Can't get it to him. Tallberg. Now Munzing along the boards. Tallberg skating hard down the right side. Gets knocked off the puck by Rick Lundgren. Now Nemesco. 1 minute left in the game. Nemesco sends it around. Justin Halapowski. Oh, just can't hit McNeil. To Lundgren. Lundgren just dumps it in as Danvers calls for a change-up. 50 seconds left in the game. Amesbury behind the net. John Walker. John Walker slides it up along the near side. Intercepted by David Dolph. David Dolph dumps it in.
Nice job by Dolph just throwing it in there. That wasted a couple of seconds off the clock.
Save there by Keith Short. Puck is loose, picked up by Matty Churchill. Matty Churchill, David Dolph with the shot. Now Keith Short, now the puck is loose, picked up by John Walker. John Walker sends it around to Tommy Perreault. Now David Dolph knocks him out the puck. Munzing with a shot, knocked down in front, 20 seconds left. Tommy Perreault trying to pick up the loose puck. David Dolph beats him to it. Matty Munzing, 13 seconds left. Up to Matty Churchill. Matty tips it wide. Puck goes in.
We're into 10.
Big cheer for Danvers. Matty Churchill. 5, 4, 3, 2, and Danvers wins their second game.
We're going to the semifinals. 2-0 shutout by Sands Millbury. Star of the game, no question. Look at those Falcons. What a happy group.
Danvers took an early lead at 30 seconds into the game, with Sean McNeil took the opening faceoff and went down and scored. Danvers came back with another goal late in the third period.
Mike, this is a jubilant crowd.
The referees are not allowing them to shake hands here, Paul.
That's a wise decision. Wise decision. Get them off the ice.
The referee has said it's his decision. I want him off the ice. There's too many hard feelings here. It's too bad. Coach Flynn is in the middle of the Amesbury players. It was a great game, well played. Sean McNeil is still out here shaking hands with Tommy Perreault.
Well, Perreault and McNeil played together in hockey night last summer.
It was a great game by both teams. I don't think there were any hard feelings. I think they could have shaken hands.
Let's talk about the comeback of Sean McNeil.
Oh, unbelievable.
A goal and an assist.
He played a great game out there. Every once in a while, Justin Halapowski would have to come out for him. Jeff McGonigal didn't play much in the third period. He evidently got hit somewhere along the line. Danvers just played an outstanding game here. They just took it from Amesbury. Like I said at the beginning of the game, Amesbury's not afraid to hit. They're not afraid to take the penalties. But tonight it hurt them. You can't. Brian Walker taking that 5-minute penalty with 5 minutes left in the game, that killed his team, took him totally out of the game. Even though it was 2-0, it just totally deflated him.
Mike, we said oftentimes during the year that the Falcons can play a physical game. They certainly did.
They sure did. They weren't afraid to hit. We were afraid of David Nemescu and Sean both being injured during the season playing in this game. And after seeing Amesbury against Marion, I thought it would be a physical game. But Danvers is a physical team, and they just took it to them.
Well, Mike, we're going to try to wrap up this equipment here. I'm going to take trusty cameraman Steve Johnson down to the locker room for a talk with some of the kids. We'll be right back with you.
All righty.
David, coming back from an injury. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Yeah? You excited about Tuesday night? We're going to the semifinals, you know.
Definitely, that's going to be an incredibly big game. I hope a lot of people go to it.
It won't matter who you play either, will it? Newburyport at Tewksbury?
No.
No, you just play the game. All right. You guys go take a shower.
Thanks a lot.
You ready? Raj.
The towel comes down.
Want to kneel down? Yeah, kneel down a little bit, huh? You stay right there, Swedes. No? No?
No hip checks right now.
No? Swedes, we talked to you before the game. You predicted the Falcons victory. How are you feeling now?
Off the box.
We're gonna go all the way. Definitely, they're playing great. If they keep it up how they're playing now, definitely gonna go all the way.
And how about that goaltender? You know a little bit about him, don't you?
Yeah, Sam's my cousin.
You get numbers.
I want to get up maybe someday be a goal tester.
It's like a pact I made with the devil.
Not a hair. Not a hair on the head. Make them shave it.